Y'all, I'm here with a dream, and I'ma just get into it because you girls late again, late again, late again, late again. Praise God for live stream, okay? But anywho, let me get into this dream. In this dream, I'm living at this apartment complex, and it's kind of like a high-rise building. Um, in this building, it's like my entire family lives there. So I kind of felt like this building gave me New York vibes, even though I've never been to New York, but it kind of gave me the vibes of like how their buildings are. Like they're really tall and they are just like in a square. Good morning. And it's like in a square. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of like a New York building. Um So I have a boyfriend that is staying there that also lives in this building. And he has some kind of something that he is selling, some kind of product that he has jacked up the prices on. And I'm basically telling him that he has raised the prices to such an extent that everyday people cannot afford to buy his product from him anymore. He is upset with me, and he is just like going off and getting angry with me because I don't agree with his decision to make these prices so expensive that normal people cannot afford it. And I basically let him know this is out of reach with majority of the people that are your actual customers. um and his company begins to start suffering, and instead of him acknowledging the fact that the company is suffering because of his prices, he starts to like blame me and say it's my fault. Um and yeah, then he starts to say that he gives me too much money. So he's basically saying that the reason that he's having problems is not because his business mindset is just completely eschewed and he is like with these gouging with these ridiculous prices, but because he has been giving me too much money, and that is why everything's starting to fall apart. At the end of the dream, I find out that he has been cheating on me. And the reason that he raised the prices is because this woman that he was dealing with has been in his ear telling him that his prices are too low. He needs to raise his prices. And if they can't afford it, oh well. Basically, because she needs more money out of him. The scripture comes from Zephaniah 1 and 10. On that day, declares the Lord, a cry will go up from the fish gate, wailing from the new quarter, and a loud crash from the hills. Will you who live in the market district, all your merchants will be wiped out. All who trade with you, silver will be destroyed. At that time, I will search Jerusalem with lamps and punish those who are complacent, who are like wine left on its dress, who think the Lord will do nothing, either good or bad. Their wealth will be plundered, their houses demolished. Though they build houses, they will not live in them. Though they plant vineyards, they will not drink the wine. Baby, God said He is seeking judgment upon this man. Whoever this person is, whoever this man is, God is seeking judgment up on him. And I just feel like for whoever this message is for, you are in a tough spot because it can feel as though, like, that God's judgment is upon this man, but it can kind of feel as though you are attached to it because you're attached to him. And that's where the him blaming me and saying everything is my fault. It's not my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was his actions that caused all these counter reactions. Every action, there is some kind of consequence to everything that you do, regardless if it is good or bad. And because he decided to go out and cheat, okay, and I just feel like this is a man that in God's eyes, when he sees that this is a couple, this is a couple that is connected together. We already know that in God's eyes, marriage is a blood covenant. It is a as soon as you connects with somebody, God say, okay, you write it down. Y'all are married. We created all of this paperwork and the business aspects of it and all of the laws and things. This is something that is man made in God's eyes. As soon as a man lays down with a woman, that is his wife. And God is looking at this man as an adulterer, okay? And I know some people gonna argue with me about it. That's fine. Fornication is also a sin. God is looking at this man as someone who is doing wrong to the woman that he chose so that he could go and be up under some other woman. And God is seeking judgment upon him. And because of his actions of going and being with another woman and listening to what she got to say, and now his heart is going towards her, and he wants to listen to what she got to say, and he want to do what she's talking about, and he is looking at her as she is the person that he's supposed to take care of, and he is looking at his actual wife, the woman that he is with, as she is a problem and she is a burden to him. God is seeking judgment upon him. Everything that this woman has been uttering to him, it is falling apart and crumbling before his face. But instead of him accepting and acknowledging the fact that this woman is giving him bad ideas, everything she talk about is nonsense, and that she is not right, he is the one at fault. But because I just feel like this is like when you really want something, like you really want a new toy or a certain house, you want to stay in a certain neighborhood, you want to have certain friends, you want to be a part of a certain group, and in your eyes, they can do nothing wrong, and they can just be so awful, and they could be just doing the worst, and right in front of you, but because you are not exactly where you want to be and you don't have it, it looks as if it's good. No, it's okay. You want a certain car, the car have malfunctions, you keep hearing about it on the news, everybody that have it is all kind of problems going on, but because you want that car so bad, you ignore all the bad. Or like you want to stay in a certain neighborhood, and you look at it and you think, oh, that neighborhood will be nice, those will be the most calm neighbors, and this will happen. You keep hearing about people having bad experiences in that exact neighborhood, but you are so bent on staying there that you ignore all of this. This man is ignoring every single red flag. He's ignoring every warning. I just feel like this is somebody, like, when you going down the street and it's a wrong way. There have been signs, several signs telling him to turn around, go back, stop doing this. No, don't go this way. And he is steady, full speed ahead. And God said, that's okay. But he is the one that ignored all those warnings. He is the one that ignored the voice of God. He is the one that ignored all reason. And instead of doing as he's supposed to do, he wants to do whatever it could possibly be to please this woman, not even acknowledging the fact not only is he hurting you in the process, but he is also hurting other people around. When you have a business and you have a product or a service that you give to people, and there are people that rely on that product or that service, you don't just turn your back on people that have been coming to you for whatever, for years. Like whatever it is this man sell, whatever kind of shop or whatever he got going on, like even if he just give haircuts, it's like, if you have people that are constantly coming back, why would you tell them now, instead of paying $20 for your haircut, you got to pay 50? They don't, like, these are people that don't have money like that. This man is so far chasing this woman, okay, that he can't even stop to think, wait, such and such can't afford that. That, like, we are in a so far in a recession, things like we are in the wrath of God as is. I was talking about the food shortage years ago, and today now we are seeing the food shortage in full effect. Food prices are through the roof. So this is a man that is positioning himself in a, like, he's a businessman, but he is basically making people have to choose between, like, like the example, getting a haircut and going and getting something to eat, and that is crazy, okay? But like I said, this is not somebody that is just putting you on a bad end. They're not just doing you wrong, they are doing you wrong. And I'm not trying to downplay that, but it's bigger than just them doing you wrong. They are also doing wrong to the people in their community. They're doing wrong to every single customer that they had. in the past, and they are also doing wrong to the ones that are willing and want to come and become customers, because they're going to look at this man's prices and such down the road or up the street or in the next, few blocks over, is selling, they got haircuts for way cheaper. And it's just, he is putting himself out of business. Long story short, he is doing this to himself, and he is allowing whoever this mistress is to get in his ear and let him know that he needs to raise this price and this needs to go up, and where's the money, and I need money for this and I need money for that. And baby, she is putting him out of business. But once again, I truly feel like she is at fault, period. But at the same time, he is at fault, because he's trying to, it's like he's trying to take care of two households while simultaneously the household he's supposed to be taking care of is lacking. He's slipping on this, he's slipping on that. You may start to see things where now he don't have money for this bill, he can't afford that bill, he don't know how this is gonna get paid, and he don't know how that is, because he is trying to send money over there and worry about what's going on over there. And baby, but God says he's gonna fall, and it's gonna become so bad that not only is he not gonna be able to afford the bills that y'all have together, but he's not gonna be able to afford the bills that's going on over there. Whatever these bills, even if it's just her asking him for money for stuff, he is not going to be able to handle this. He's not gonna be able to handle not just both households, but one. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much, but I just feel like he is like, and I feel nervous. I don't know if this man is feeling nervous. Like, he gonna have a lot of pressure upon him. He is going to have, like, I just feel like the pressure is on in his mind. He feel like he's under a lot of pressure. He put himself in this position. He did this to himself. He did this to himself. It's not a situation where, and he's trying to act like it's your fault, and he's trying to push the blame on you and make you feel like you did this to him. You didn't do nothing to him. He made that decision to go over there chasing after this woman. He made the decision to carry on a relationship with this woman as well as a relationship with you. And now he finds himself with, like, he's well over his head. He's past his limit. He don't know what to do, and he's having to choose between this and that, and that and this. And even if it gets to the point where he, breaks up with you, or you break up with him, and he's all the way over there, he is not going to be able to afford whatever this woman got going on. In reality, I just feel like he did this to himself, and that's gonna be his judgment. Like, long story short, that is going to be this man's judgment. Whoever this woman is, she is pulling him down. Like, she pulling him down. She pulling him low. And it is through his finances. It's through his pockets. He thought that he would be able to juggle both, and it's not working out for him. It's going to come to a point to where this woman over here is going, he ain't gonna be able to afford all that, because he's losing business. He's losing money because he's losing business. It is because he has skyrocketed his prices so that he could be able to afford both. And God said, it's not gonna happen. The God is not going to allow this man to basically do all the people that he has had as customers and consumers dirty, just so that he could go over there and do whatever he wants to. Like, no. No, God said he is coming against them. And even in the scripture, God says, well, you who live in a market district, all your merchants will be wiped out. All who trade with silver will be destroyed. God is saying that this person is going to be destroyed. Like, their business is going to go, like, up in flames. And that's the message. Their business is going to go up in flames, and it is going to be at their own hand, because instead of them appreciating the person that God gave them to help them build up what they have, they are trying to go to this other person, and they feel like they see this woman as somebody that is taking them up to a new level, but they're really bringing them down, and they are not going to realize it until it's either all the way destroyed or too late. When this happens, this man is going to be a wreck. Like, he is going to be He about to go through it. Whoever this person is, they about to go through it. And it's gonna be at their own hand. This is the decisions that they made. This is the choices they made. That's what they wanted to do. They made their bed, and God said they're going to have to lie in it. They insisted on doing this. They insisted on following whoever this woman is, thinking that she had all the answers, thinking that she was the answer to the problem. But guess what? She is the actual problem. She is the problem. She don't have no answers. She is the problem. If he would have just dropped her and, like, you know what I'm saying? If he would have just, it's nothing wrong with admiring someone, saying, oh, they're beautiful or they're handsome, and God did his thing, and you carry on with your life. But no, this man, nah, he had to chase after her. He wanted to make her his, and he wanted to pursue her to such an extent that now he has destroyed his entire life. Everything is going to start falling apart. And even when it comes to the business with this man and what he has going on, some of his customers are possibly customers because of you. They may be attached to you. In this dream, all of my family was in the same building. So it could even be a situation where your family members are his customers. So once he makes this leap to go and be with this woman, he is going to lose even more business. There may be people that are still his customers, but once they see what he has done to you, they're gonna turn on him. They're not gonna want to go to him anymore. And I just feel like this woman is not doing as much as he's trying to make it out to be that she's doing. She may be doing something else, but as far as when it comes to his business and him prospering and doing well, she not really doing nothing when it comes to that. She's not really helping him when it comes to that. And when it really comes down to it, I truly feel like a lot of men complain about women nagging them, and about women always, they're always questioning them about this and constantly saying this and push, like, poking their buttons. But it is those women that are actually pushing a man to do more and to be better. Like, it's not a situation. Typically, if a woman is quiet and she not giving any kind of advice and she not helping in any shape, form, or fashion, she don't care. And this woman over here, she does not care. All she is worried about is why she does not have as much as what you have going on. And it could be that situation as well, where this woman knows of you. She knows what you have, regardless if y'all are both working together, and she's seeing what you have, expecting that she's going to have that. Okay. And we already know it's some women like that. They think if they take your man that have everything that you have and completely ignore the fact that it is a possibility that you work for yours, you work for what you have, and you have your own stream of income. And this man is trying to basically act as if he's the big man. Baby, it could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be that situation for somebody where this man has been telling this woman that he is the one that is taking care of the entire household, and you don't do nothing, and you don't contribute anything. And he, you know what I'm saying? He got everything on his own, and he make this, that, and the third. And I, like, y'all know how men are, how men can be, okay? And no offense to the men in the comment section or in the watching the live stream or watching it later. But I just, like, there are some men that do that. You know what I'm saying? Just to flex or whatever. But I just feel like this man is, he got himself way in over his head when it comes to whoever this woman is. And you know what I'm saying? This is like a devil in a dress, baby. This, whoever this woman is, this man that found is a devil in a dress. And she about to tear him down, baby. She about to tear his little business down. And with a smile. Baby, that's the message. That's the message. That's the message. He is going to be in mourning of what he has done in his life. And if God has separated you from this person, don't feel like it is a bad thing. I don't want to say that, like, I don't know what will happen as far as your relationship, if y'all will get back together or if it's done. But don't think of it really bad that God has separated you from him, because like I said at the beginning, when it comes to the wrath that this man is enduring right now, you being attached to him means that you would be connected to that wrath, and you would feel it too. Just like this man was trying to blame me in the dream for everything that was happening. I ain't had nothing to do with that. So this is something like, when you are disconnected from whoever this person is, they're going to be able to look back at you and how you are prospering. And they are going to realize that it was not you. You didn't have anything to do with any of the bad things that they had going on. That's on them. And whoever this woman is, it's not your fault. You're not the one that caused the bad things to happen. It was because of them. And yeah, that's the message, y'all. That's the message. They're going to look back on you. And, just like with the woman, okay? Once again, like I said, some women will look at what you have and they'll want it. And they'll think that if they take your man, they will be able to have what you have. She going to look at what you got going on now that you are not with this man. And she is going to still have this yearning to have what you have. But she is also going to begin to realize it has nothing to do with him. This is not a situation where you have the things that you have because of this man, but because of you and because you are connected to God. Your connection to God is why God is blessing you the way that you are. And her being connected to that man, once again, just like I said, he is under the wrath. So she is going to start to endure the wrath that he is under because of what she did. She's a mistress. She committed adultery, an adulteress. Okay, so she is under God's wrath as well. She gonna start to feel it. She gonna start to feel it, regardless if it's gonna be through, like I said, this man's business going down, towering down, tumbling down. Like it say here, all who trade with silver will be destroyed. This is something that is gonna start just following. It's gonna start falling apart. This woman bill's not gonna be able to get paid. The things that he was doing at first is gonna start falling apart. Any family members, like I said, there were family members in this building. They may start, like this is going to be a full blown. They both are under the wrath of God because she may have to deal with people coming at her. She may have to deal with customers making it known. And what, like, God is showing me now, there may be people that'll come to his shop or whatever he got going on, and when they see her, they're gonna be like, who is this? What happened? Why aren't you with such, like, this is gonna be a wrap. They are both gonna feel it. And there is going to be a revealing because this man is trying to blame you. God is going to make it obvious and clear that it is not you that caused all this to happen. God is going to make it obvious and clear that this man and his lustful ideologies, his lustfulness and his actions, that is the reason that everything fell apart. It ain't have nothing to do with you. You were bringing him up. When he was connected to you, he was doing right in the eyes of God. And once he decided to go over here and do whatever with whoever that was, baby, everything is just going to start tumbling down for him. That's the message. That is the message. That is the message. That is the message. And I'm looking at where it says their wealth will be plundered, their houses demolished. Like, this man is going to have to deal with the realization after this woman finally leaves him. He is going to realize that she took everything that he had. Like, it's like everything he worked hard for is going to be gone. And like I said, it's maybe somebody that's not going to be able to pay bills and stuff anymore. And it is because he allowed this woman to just take and take and take and take and take to such an extent that he can't even, he can't even afford the light bill. He can't afford the water bill. He can't afford this. He can't afford that. He, like, you know what I'm saying? Building a house. It even says, though they build houses, they will not live in them. This could be a situation where this man is constantly giving this woman money so that she can afford to live a certain way. And once he falls the way he is going to fall, she is not going to want him with her. She's not going to let him move in her house. And he built it. Okay. He's put all this money into it. He's bought all the decorations, all the furniture, all kind of stuff that he has put effort into giving to this woman, and he is not going to have it because she is not going to want him once he don't have you no more. When she see that you don't want him, first of all, that's already she going to start, not being as attracted to him. Once she sees that you are still blossoming, and you are still blessed beyond measure without being attached to him, then that's going to be another sign where she's going to, ease away from him. And once he starts to fall, the way he's going to fall, and all the backlash and the wrath that is going to be attached to this man, this woman is going to run away. And that's the message. That's going to be his judgment, baby. Lord have mercy. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys to bits and pieces. Happy Friday to y'all, and I'll see you later. Deuces.